Before I start, I just want to say how much of a total godsend this game is. I had totally given up hope that this game would ever come out in the States. But here I am, finally playing the game, and my goodness, it's been an awesome time. There's just something so different about PSO 2 compared to the other games, you know? I've played so many other lobby-based MMOs, but this one really takes the cake. It's got this mix of challenge and grindiness, and I just really enjoy that in an MMO. So of course, I'm not the only one who totally loves this game, right? So many people are playing this game right now, and what's not to love? There's the action, the responsive controls, and those unforgettable symbol arts, you know. You guys have already been in those blocks, right? We're all playing the game because it's so good, and also because, you know, there's also Kuna's Eternal Encore, and, you know, we both know that's the best song in the game and the franchise, and, like, that's a fact that nobody can disagree with, right? But other than that, you know, with folks coming from all walks of life, we're going to run into this eventual disagreement, and one of those things is whether or not to adhere to a meta or just build the character that the player enjoys the most. And I'm sure we've ran into all those sorts of players, you know. There's those people who obsess over the meta game of any game. The ones who will probably burn you if they found out you decided to put a few skill points into dexterity in your gunner skill tree when it should have gone into, like, I don't know, twin machine gun focus. So you dang well better be activating Showtime on cooldown, or it's a kick from a party from this dude, right? And it's, you know, not that fun to play with. But then there's the other side. Like, there's the player who decides to just run a gunner and a bouncer combo because apparently it fits the lore of their character, and they seem to be doing enough damage in very hard mode anyway, right? And I'm not making this up. This is something that came up on Reddit a couple weeks ago, and the comments after that was just super brutal. Like, you got torn apart. Like, wow. They're just saying, like, oh, your party was carrying you and all that stuff, and I'm just like, dang, way to be rip into him, right? But considering how, like, this game just hit the States a few weeks ago, many of us are probably still learning all the little complexities of this game, and we're probably still working on an opinion. And hopefully this video can help you figure out where you belong in the discussion. And I do want to point out too that I've only been playing this game seriously for like maybe 3 weeks. So what I'm saying now is based on my understanding of the game as of recording this video. I'm not sure how much will change as we get to later episodes and, you know, we reach parity with the Japanese servers, but, you know, it's just a good idea to have. It's something to keep in mind when you're listening to me. So in my time playing PSO2, the game is just really complex, right? And I honestly think, like, being strictly adhering to a meta isn't a good idea, right? There are just so many moving parts in this game, and I think there is a specific part that players absolutely need to follow. And those are just two things, and I'm pretty sure everyone's already mentioned it, and that's the skill tree and the mag. And it's not because I'm being an elitist here, okay? I want to experiment as much as the next guy, but those things need real money if you want to experiment with, right? So a skill reset you can either get through real money, or you can wait until Sega does some kind of nerf or change to the skill system and we'll get a free one. And, you know, that's either a money or a time investment, right? We can't just click on, like, you know, reset all, and, you know, something's gonna leave your life. It'd be your money or your time, right? And it's because of that deciding decision that I don't really want to get it wrong, right? And, like, there's a lot of class mechanics that ride on that skill tree, and knowing what to unlock is important. And if players are putting them in, like, you know, like I said, like dexterity points when it should be put into something like chain trigger and showtime for the gunner, and that's hampering the potential and the damage output of the class, right? And there don't seem to be, like, enough skill points right now from what I'm seeing, and it's going to be a pain in the butt to get them back, right? Because, you know, it does involve money or time. And the same thing goes for the mag, right? An extra mag costs like $3, and, you know, that's a 2 for 3 deal at McDonald's. And, you know, I might not have any calories and stuff, but I know there's some folks out there that will not buy any, like, other mag just on the principle, like, I am not gonna buy a mag because this is a free-to-play game, and one mag is, we should be able to get more mags just from gameplay, even if it's $3. I don't know. And if you're that type of person, then I would. It's those kind of things where you just pick one and you stick to it, right? And I honestly, I get it. I get where the frustration comes from. People just don't want to be told what to do, right? But I'm just gonna argue that it's just two parts that we just have to all adhere to just make the game more enjoyable for the player, right? But PSO 2, it's such a unique position too. Like, it's an 8-year-old game, right? That there's already a live community on it. The game is super well documented. Like, people have already made the mistakes, so we don't have to. And we're not talking like this launch isn't like a traditional MMO launch like Final Fantasy XIV or Realm Reborn, right? Where we all started from the same spot. There's already literature established for this game from both Japanese and English players. And if we miss out on it and we don't listen to that advice, that's on the player, right? And really, if this player wants to be a better player, that's definitely a big thing to focus on, right? So I guess it's like the too long didn't watch part of this of this video is follow a guide when it comes to your skill points and your mag. It's not really a big deal. You can knock it out in a couple of minutes, and stuff like that. And the game is still very skill based, right? I really think that's where all the quote unquote meta talk stops. And I'm honestly really hard pressed to call this game have a meta, because as of right now there's no PvP, right? I heard there might be a PvP mode coming soon, because I guess there's some kind of mode in the Japanese servers. But until that comes along, the only thing I can really think of is there's more of an option of optimal play more than a meta game to go with, right? We don't even have a traditional MMO trinity to work on, right? So if we go back to the gunner, we can either be a fighter subclass or a hunter. A hunter will make the overall build tankier, while the fighter increases DPS. Is one better than the other? I wouldn't say so, right? Because it really depends on that player. If the player keeps getting one shot too hard, right, and they need a tankier build, right, while they're improving on their character, then of course they're gonna go with the hunter. It'll be a great start. No one's gonna knock you on that. It's a good use of points. Why not? On the other hand, right, if you're like me, who just is gung-ho about these things, and I went with the fighter. What, if I die, I'm going to learn from my mistake and figure it out. I really don't need those kind of crutches. And that's really the thing. The decision making is centered on learning how to optimize your own playstyle, and it just improves as the game goes on, as you keep playing. But those are just my only thoughts on this game. I mean, I'm really enjoying this game, so I don't know. I've just had it in mind. I just wanted to put it out there on the internet, see what people have to say. I'm thinking of making this into a PSO 2 channel, just because I'm really enjoying the game. So I'm always welcome to critique. Thanks for watching this video. I'm gonna try and make another one next week. I don't know what I'm gonna be calling it, but I'm gonna call this particular one "Them PSO Thoughts." And yes, I am. There's a double talk, But yeah, with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for listening / watching. Bye.